Check Ashley Madison. Should I see if my parents were on it? I never looked.
No, dude. No.
Why?
You don't need more trauma. Literally right now, what if you find out your dad is on that list?
I would think it's so funny.
Welcome to Wine About It. Snack tour.
I have one raspberry left.
I have some grapes.
I got one strawberry, and it's cut fancy.
That's nice. I went strawberry picking this past weekend.
It's a bad strawberry. Audio listeners, might as well be dog shit I just bit into.
You swore.
Going in for a second bite.
I went strawberry picking this weekend. You ever been to a U-Pick?
No.
It was a nice time. I put my ag degree to use.
Oh. Do you want to unlock a new fear? Which for you, it won't be, but for some of my hypochondriacs watching, it will be.
Sure.
Okay. Apparently, frickin' snails will eat rat poop. That's diseased rat poop. And then these snails will eat it and they'll get this parasite from the rat poop. And then they'll go over your freaking lettuce. And then if you eat that lettuce that their gooey rat poop slug slime went over, and you eat it, you can get a parasite that goes to your brain and kills you.
That sounds so unlikely. There's so many vectors there.
It's unlikely, sure, but it's possible. And so now salad is my favorite food, and I've been scared to eat salad.
So are you done with lettuce forever?
I love lettuce. This is
lettuce
like really sad for me.
Sucks.
What? I love it.
Lettuce, that's such a crazy thing to say.
I know, but I actually love it.
Love lettuce.
I love it. My mom.
It tastes like moldy water, dirty water.
My mom for birthdays would make us all our favorite meal, and she'd always make me a salad bar.
Oh, nightmare.
It was cool. You'd choose your lettuce, you get a little egg and olives, whatever you wanted on it. It was like Sizzler in my kitchen. It was awesome.
That's very sweet, but I would hate that. I especially hate the crunchy bits of lettuce. I only like the dark leafy green part of lettuce, and so I prefer dark leafy greens.
But my birthday's next week. Maybe I'll give myself a salad bar.
Cute.
Should I invite all my friends over for a salad bar?
Salad bar party. You could have a guy dressed up as a giant lettuce.
Ooh.
Cute. And he could be a stripper.
I'm trying to see. Oh, it's not next week. It's the next week. Wait. No, it is next week. Wow, I'm losing. Wait. We're in May right now?
Yes.
Today's the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was looking at April. That was really confusing. Well, cool. Yeah, next week. But you had your birthday last week, and I'm still working on your birthday present. And I also lost one of your birthday presents.
No.
I know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I have my birthday. I'm 26. 26. I can feel myself disintegrating into the soil.
Did you like your birthday cake?
Yeah, it was so funny. Cutie got me a birthday cake, an ice cream cake, actually. And it has a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio on it, and it says, what did it say? No, please stay 25. You're so hot.
No, you're so hot. Please stay 25. Yeah.
Ew. You know, my brother got that picture off my Twitter, screenshotted it, and then sent it to my family group chat. So I had to explain to my mom that God. Leonardo DiCaprio is low-key a pedophile. He's not, that's aggressive. He's not a pedophile, is he? He just likes to date younger women. Yeah.
He's a creep.
So I had to explain that to my mother. It was great.
You know what's crazy is being in LA, I've learned more and more that like everybody has a Leonardo DiCaprio story and it's not a good one.
Like about him specifically or about the concept?
Yeah,
of
like no, about him specifically. Like there's this my friend's friend was talking about, well, number one, apparently I was watching John Mulaney's show because I love John Mulaney. He had this show called Everyone's in LA, which it's pretty interesting. I recommend it. We talked about the first episode, but it grows on you. And John Mulaney's he's just a charm. He's America's sweetheart. You
I don't know
don't?
who John Mulaney is.
John
No.
Mulaney is a pretty funny
I'll look him up.
comedian. He then had a coke addiction, and
No.
I think he
I've
left
never
his
seen this
wife,
person
which was not
in my
ideal.
life.
He like cheated on his wife with somebody else, I think.
No.
But now he's with Olivia Munn, which Olivia Munn is also someone who is so incredibly offensive. Let me if you don't know Olivia Munn lore, let me tell you it really quick. Okay. Olivia Munn was on the original G4 show.
Never seen her either.
She recently actually got diagnosed with breast cancer and has been really advocating about like filling out this test. So anyway, you should probably go to her Instagram. She has this test that you should fill out that tells you if you like should get tested early for breast cancer.
It's a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah. But anyway, it's very interesting, and she's a big advocate for that. So she's not a bad person for any of that. And obviously, I believe in growth, so I believe people have grown. But she wrote a book in her like heyday. 1 second. Let me see what it was
They're
called.
They're married now, but she was the other woman. Am I spreading misinformation?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I know John Mulaney was with someone else, and then he ended up with Olivia Munn. Okay, so her book was Suck It, Wonder Woman, The Misadventures of a Hollywood Geek.
That was her crazy
thing.
title.
Yeah. Olivia Munn, again, we're talking about Olivia Munn from 15 years ago. So like, don't get offended now. She's a mom. She's fine. But like, we're doing what is it called when you do like a biopic? A timepiece. I'm doing a timepiece. Let's go back. So when she was on G4 was obviously when it was original was.
What is G4?
It was a channel on TV that was like video game centric.
Okay.
So think like an SNL cast, but like they like talk about video games, or a Tosh.0, but it's all video games.
Nightmare. Okay.
Yeah. And then like, so they'll like review video games. There's also other shows on G4, but yeah. But she was like one of the main girls with this other guy that was on this thing called Attack of the Show. And she was like a geek, right? But she's gorgeous. Olivia Munn is like so pretty. Like she's insanely pretty. And so she was not like the other girls. She was like the original pick me girl. Incredible. Right.
Okay.
So she comes out with this book, Suck It, Wonder Woman, The Misadventures of a Hollywood Geek. And it is, when I say like sprinkled with some horrible things, that's like a light. It's a heavy, it's more than a drizzle. It is a rainfall of just offensive things. One of the things she says in her book.
Don't repeat them, actually. Maybe just like paraphrase.
I'll repeat it. This is a quote.
Oh.
This is a quote. This is not coming out of my mouth. So if you don't know this, it's like, it's crazy. A lot of people don't know this, which obviously you don't. She said in her book, I will fix America's obesity problems by taking all motorized transport away from fat people. In turn, I will build an infrastructure of fat tunnels where all the fat people can walk. This will create jobs and subsequent weight loss. Everyone is now required to adopt one Asian baby.
Why did she say that? In what context did she even say that?
She was just being fat phobic on a Wednesday.
Was she like, is this supposed to be a comedy bit? Or is it like her presidential campaign speech? She's like, here's what I'm going to do. Like, why is she even saying that?
Oh, sorry. These were two quotes. I didn't mean to do the Asian baby at the same one.
Okay.
Anyway, it was two. The Asian baby was a different one. It was just like, I don't know that I should read the whole book. I've just read excerpts of it. Like, here's one. It's so annoying when girls think that guys should pay for everything. That mentality is ridiculous and ancient. Any female who's worth having around will offer to pay her portion and maybe even the whole bill. It's just like,
wow, she really is not like
it's
the other
fine,
girls.
but she's just not like the other girls, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Is this an actress?
Yeah, she was an actress.
I know who we're talking about now because I Googled her and saw what she looks like, but I've never seen her in my life. And I've also never seen her boyfriend.
You've never seen John Mulaney?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's see.
Don't know who that is.
I can't find
It looks like he could be a wiggle, though. And that's a good thing.
Wait. John Mulaney looks like he could be on the Wiggles.
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, not now.
What if I told you he has a crazy coke addiction? He had to go to rehab.
Did any of the Wiggles have that?
I don't think so. What's crazy about John Mulaney is you look at him and like you can listen to his last special, which he talks about his whole entire journey with coke, and it's very interesting, and he brings humor to it. But he could tell you these stories about being a cocaine addict, and you just look at him and you say, no, he's not cool enough. He just doesn't look cool enough to do that much coke.
I've seen a lot of people do coke that do not look cool.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose. I just assumed coke was for the cool kids.
No, because he looks rich. So, I see him doing coke. I say that because every picture, oh my God, every picture, he's in a suit.
Yeah, sheesh. He's wearing a suit. He's always ready for a party.
I take back what I said. I don't think he looks like a wiggle.
Okay. Anyway, that's a fun side note. I don't know, why did I get here? Because we were talking about John Mulaney. Oh,
he kind of looks
Leonardo
like
DiCaprio. So, on his show, I learned that there is a library that used to be like the stoop of Leonardo DiCaprio's apartment building. And that stoop, Leonardo went in and he turned it into like the Leonardo DiCaprio computer lounge, right? And his team sent in all these posters from like Leo's old movies. And apparently sometimes Leo will like just show up to the library with some of his friends to like show off his computer lounge. And it's like incredibly mid. It's just like some desks with some PCs.
Maybe he likes it.
Yeah. And I heard that and I was like, oh, that's sweet. But then a friend of a friend was like, oh yeah, Leo has parties at his house like every weekend. And it's just a bunch of 25-year-old women. Like, not 25 exactly, but it's a bunch of young women, and it's just, like, kind of sad and pathetic.
If you're, it depends how old you are. Because 25-year-old women, that's, like, fine. If they want to go there and do that, and, like, he gives them stuff, okay. Right? Isn't that fine?
Yeah, no, it's fine, but it's just, like, kind of sad. Like, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is sad.
Oh. We should ask him.
Could someone call him? I think he's sad.
Yeah, you think he come on the pod?
Leo, do you want to come on the pod? We won't judge you.
Who is it that Leonardo
all too old for you to be interested in?
And no, he could still be interested in me.
No.
I'm only 26. Come on.
You're out.
No.
You're out.
I can't tell him and Matt Damon apart.
I actually got nervous putting him on your cake because I wasn't sure you're going to be able to know who he was.
The only reason I knew who he was because I saw Sabrina Carpenter's cake. And I read the comments.
Yeah, I went through that.
But yeah, no, I can't tell him and Matt Damon apart. If you gave me like 20 flashcards that were all a combination of the two of them, I bet I would get like 50% correct.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. I think they look the exact same. I thought there was another guy too, but I can't remember. Oh, was it Mark Wahlberg? I don't remember.
Yeah, they all are short and round faces. Anyway, that was the start of your birthday, but what else did you do?
I went to Fredericksburg, Texas, which is like, it's like the Napa of Central Texas. So it's not like Napa at all.
It's such a crazy sentence. Yeah.
It is though. It is. It's like a bunch of wineries.
Central Texas.
It's a winery town, and there are a bunch of wineries. You can go wine tasting, and there's like a cute little downtown. And we went wine tasting, and we went to a cute little downtown, and then we came back. That was it.
Wow. You should start a podcast. You're good at this.
I did not. I think for a while I haven't liked day drinking. I can't figure it out. I can't.
I want a nap.
And I know, well, I think there's like a strategy, and I think you have to like, I don't know. But if you hit a wall at like 1 p.m., you're done for. And that sucks. And then you have to drink an espresso martini, and then it kind of helps, but then it goes away again. I don't know. I don't know if day drinking is really for me, but I like being there. Except it was like 100+ degrees, which sucked.
It does suck.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of cows. They were really cute. And that's really, I mean, nothing crazy happened, I'm going to be honest.
Wow. Great, Maya. Great.
Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
You
It was
ruined
just
the
like very
podcast
chill.
by not streaking in Texas Napa.
You're right. I should have done that. I didn't have any weird interactions with people, because it's mostly older people there. I did go to a winery, that has a rhino. It's called a winery.
They only have one.
Yeah. But and here's I was very careful in like selecting it, and I was trying to do my research and make sure that it's like chill.
Did you ask if you could have it?
No.
Oh.
He's like a young male rhino, so if you put him with any other rhinos, they would just like fight each other. I guess to the death. So he lives there alone, and he's like really friendly, and they just do tours, and then they donate a percentage to rhino conservation.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cool. So we got to see him. We got to try wines. It was nice. I love. I forget this is a wine podcast. We are a wine podcast.
Yeah.
We've never gone wine tasting.
Get over here. Get
okay,
on.
that's crazy.
Scooch on over.
I have a Napa of Central Texas as well, actually. So you could come here.
I cannot, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, my favorite thing about wine tasting is when they give you notes. Have you been wine tasting?
Yes.
And they give you the notes, and they're like, this one tastes like wet rock. This one tastes like...
did you not come... You were at Girls Trip. Why didn't you come? You came wine tasting? No?
No.
You didn't? Where were you?
I don't know.
Sleeping? Oh, actually, you were... I know where you were. You were recording with JHB, and he never released it.
He never... Let's talk about that. You guys, JHB has a show or whatever. I went over there, filmed a whole episode, and then it never came out.
Isn't that crazy? That good for nothing son of a bitch.
No, I actually think it was really good use of my time. So I feel fine about it.
That's the last time I do a favor for Jonathan Homathan Bonathan ever again.
Yeah. No, I did not go to that wine tasting. I like when they tell me that it's going to taste like custard and wet rock and
yeah, and then you drink it and you're like, it tastes like wine.
And cat piss. You would have this is like not funny. Again, I'm just trying to stretch my birthday trip because now I'm self-conscious about it.
Oh, you don't have to be. We've got plenty.
He said that one of the wines was going to taste like cat piss, which you shouldn't tell someone that before you drink it because they did kind of. But before he poured it, he was like, "You guys are not going." He's so nice. These people are so nice. He's like, "You're not going to believe this color," and he poured it out. It's like white wine. Like all wines are the exact same color, and he made this big deal. And I had to, and he was pouring it in my glass, and I was like, "Wow, that's amazing. It's beautiful." And he was like, "Straw, toasty, yellow," and I was like, "Yeah, it's really nice." But it's fun. It makes me feel like an adult.
Well, you are one. You're 26.
Yeah. So you get to pretend. Anyway, that was all. And then I came back, and now I have to be back to work, and I'm kind of struggling with that.
Quit your job.
Okay. Sure.
I've been working on your present for a really long time, and I can't like give away what it is, but I think it's ruined, which sucks because I'm already so many hours deep into it.
Why is it ruined?
It's just ruined. It's not even my high standards. I just chose something wrong and it's too late to go back. And it just doesn't work with the thing I chose, if that makes sense. Like imagine you're sewing buttons. Imagine you're sewing buttons on something.
Okay.
Okay. And so and they're like heavy buttons. And so you need a fabric that's heavy that can hold up the buttons.
Okay.
But instead you got a fabric that's light. And so now it's all but you've already sewn on all the buttons.
Okay.
And so
I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. Your present might suck even though I put hours into it and I'm like so sad. And then I got you another present and I lost it. I have no clue where it went. I put it on my hub in my living room so I could ship it out once I was finished with the other part because I'm a little annoying of a gift giver. I like to do a bunch of different things. I like it to be a nice treat, a surprise, a banquet. That's not how you use that word. They're distracting me. There's people in the hallway.
Oh.
I can't podcast and listen to my surroundings at the same time. Anyway.
Shake them.
So it went missing and then now I can't find it. So your birthday's ruined from my perspective.
No.
But it'll be fine. You're always grateful, regardless if it's good or not.
I'm excited. We'll do a tour on the episode whenever it arrives.
I've lost 2 parts of it. I just remembered another part that I lost.
That's tragic. Sorry.
There's 5 parts total.
You know what I did the other day, like 2 days ago, is I watched that freaking docuseries. The Ashley Madison docuseries.
Oh yeah. Did you love it?
It was crazy. Guys, there's an Ashley Madison docuseries on Netflix, and Cutie watched it, and then I watched it, and it's really fascinating. They take you through like the marketing that was done for Ashley Madison. I had no idea that the CEO was like doing the world tour, like parading around,
lugging
doing
his
interviews
wife around
with his wife.
Yeah.
And the messaging was, and they were like, "Well, do you cheat on your wife?" And he's like, "Of course not. But it's because we have a beautiful marriage. Not everyone's that lucky." Like, what if we saw that on TV now? Actually, people would eat it up if that was going on right now. But yeah, his whole thing was like, Ashley Madison saves marriages because people need an outlet, and not everybody is that happy. And so if you can go and have an outlet outside of your marriage, it actually saves your marriage, and it makes you not resent your partner. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It was so interesting. The whole thing was so interesting.
I'm struggling.
I noticed that, but I was hoping you were real with that. She's gone. What are you looking at?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything. I just
Pardon?
I just got sucked out. I couldn't. Okay, we're back in.
Welcome back.
Deep grounding breath, everybody. Deep grounding breath. Okay. I'm here. I'm here and I'm in. I'm here. Okay.
I also didn't realize with Ashley Madison that the leak was not just... I thought it was a list of names and that's all, but they leaked like their fetish check boxes.
Because you fill out...
They were like, I want to be peed on. I want this. I want this. They leaked it all. I didn't know that.
Should we... Can we find the list? Should I see if my parents were on it? I never looked.
No, dude. No.
Why?
Don't go look for your parents on the list. You don't need more trauma. No, you really don't.
What is it? I don't think it'd give me trauma. I think it'd give me a good podcast topic.
That's insane, dude. Be so for real right now. No, actually stop. Madison. What if your dad is literally right now? What if you find out your dad is on that list?
I would think it's so
then
funny.
We can't.
They're
Can
divorced
you at least
anyway.
wait until we finish recording the episode so you have a week to process? If you
no. Check Ashley Madison by first and last name. Here we go. Ready? Ludwig Ogren.
Imagine.
Let's just see. Search. It's loading. He signed up for it in 2015 when he was 15 years old. He is clear. It says not found in the Ashley Madison database. Okay, QT Datarella. Let's see. You are looking for cannot be displayed. What? I broke it. Oh, loading. 2015 is not that long ago.
Yeah, it is. It's like 10 years ago.
My dad's clear.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, Dad.
Wait, so
I don't trust my mom. She's a bit of a hoe.
The leak is just from 2015 then? Not current?
No, not current. I don't believe. I will say this website is really mad at me.
After this documentary?
Yeah, can we leak it again? Well, it's crazy is they never found the guy that did all the leaks.
I want to search names. Yeah.
Have we done a bad job at explaining this?
People know what Ashley Madison is. Ashley Madison is
there we go.
A dating service for... I don't know why I almost said something insane. Ashley Madison is a dating service for people that are married or in relationships to find people to cheat on their partners with.
Yeah.
But most people know that. And there's a docuseries on Netflix about Ashley Madison and how it happened. And there was a data leak and they leaked all their names and kinks and stuff. And then someone killed himself over the data leak. And then
I think multiple people killed themselves.
Mm.
I think there's interesting to see all the different routes. So there's like some routes where people didn't care. There were some routes that people knew their husband was on it and then never confronted him about it. There were some routes where people killed themselves. And there were some routes where people found out about it and then were utterly shocked and led to divorces, or they just stayed with them but were still utterly shocked. But Jesus saves all.
Right. And then
those people were the weirdest ones to me. Can I be cynical and mean for a second?
When he was like, well, Jesus forgave me, so it's okay.
So there's this couple that it follows. Their names are
it doesn't matter. They were YouTubers.
Yeah,
like family vloggers.
I know the girl's name was like Naya. Freak, I lost it. Whatever. They're in this document and they were big family YouTubers. And if you go to their channel, it used to have millions and millions of views. And now they still do family vlogging for like 2K, 10K views, which is still okay, but I wouldn't consider that like a livelihood, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, which I think we went over this on our Patreon episode last week, because that's when I watched it and that's when I encouraged Maya to watch it. But now they've done even like reaction videos to the documentary, and obviously they're getting more views because it's funneling more stuff to their channel again, because everyone just saw them self-promo in this crazy docu-series. And one way to get a bag. However, my God, you guys, you just set yourself up for so much extra trauma. People in the comments are being brutal. They are ripping these people apart. Like,
I'm sure they are. Well, it started with like, this is a spoiler if you guys are going to watch the docuseries, but essentially he was on Ashley Madison when they were married. The leak happened. They found him on the list. So then he told her, and he was like, I never slept with anybody. I was just curious, and that's why I made the account. And she's like, okay, saved. And then they went to like a convention for some reason the next day, like a vlogger convention. And then people started looking at him, whatever. And then more leaks happened. And then he had to tell her that he did sleep with a bunch of people, which is like the double whammy is everybody's different, but I would have been gone at the first whammy. However, the second whammy, I would be like, that's insane. Like you're gonna keep lying to me, whatever. So yeah, I would definitely be out of there. But
my biggest red flag is homeboy literally sits there and he's like, yeah, you know, I didn't have much purpose in my life. And then I started YouTube and we started a lip syncing video. We were lip syncing Frozen. And it just gave me so much validation that I didn't need these women anymore.
He already had a kid.
Yeah. He was like, I don't need these women that I was cheating with, because I was cheating with these women and they were giving me that validation. But now YouTube comments saved me. And I'm like, no, this is not okay. Like, what?
Yeah, that's funny.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're still together. And then he said that his wife had forgiven him and God, so everybody's good.
Well, that's why part of me thinks that's why they're doing this. Like the series was whole, like his YouTube's back, his validation is back. Like,
well, you know what's crazy too is this is kind of mean, and I don't know what I cannot imagine being in her position. I feel terrible for her. I hope that she's okay.
Yeah.
But having been in really shitty, like manipulative relationships with shitty men in the past, I bet it's gonna feel like, oh, this is actually a blessing in disguise, because look at what's happening to our channel now. Yeah. Like look at how much money we're making now because he did this. You know, like it's so twisted. It makes me ill to think about.
I saw something exciting on Reddit. This is a weird thing. That's a weird sentence. But I
crazy
say this,
transition. Is it single in your area?
Yeah. No, I saw something excited on Reddit because there was this post that was like, am I overreacting? And essentially it was this girl and she talked about how, you know, she was at this boy's apartment and it's her boyfriend or whatever. They've only been dating for like a few months and they're like out on the balcony, like smoking weed or something. And she's like just in her undies, like, you know, Sunday morning, cute. And then he walks in and like locks the door on her. And she starts getting like frantic and she's like, oh my God, like, let me back in. I'm in my freaking underwear. Like, you know, and she's freaking out and he's like, no. And she starts crying and she's like, please let me back in. And he was like, I'll let you back in if you suck my dick. And then she's like, what? Like, no, like, what the fuck, you know? And then like, I guess he like leaves for like 5 minutes and then comes back and like lets her in or whatever. And then he ends up going to like hang out with his friends or something. And she like posted this like, am I overreacting? And this is the exciting thing on Reddit is everyone on Reddit was like, girl, he is victim testing. Like, get the fuck out of there. Like, he like, you know, he's seeing
That's
what
insane.
you'll put up with. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's not funny, tee hee ha ha. Like, the minute he sees you're actually upset, like, whatever. And she was like, yeah, he just kept saying, like, I can't take a joke. I can't do this. And it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God.
And she was like, listen. And it was so nice because she was like listening to these people. She was like, okay, I'm packing my stuff. Like, he's with his friends. I'm going to leave. Like, do I break up with him in person? Do I text him? Like, what do I do? You know? And she's like,
oh my God.
Actually taking advice. And it's like, I genuinely believe that she saved herself from like some bad
years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All because she posted on Reddit, am I overreacting?
Definitely not overreacting.
Yeah. No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh. What else was I going to say about the Ashley Madison documentary?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I don't think there was anything else. It's just, you should go watch it. If you haven't watched it, it was very interesting. Oh yeah, we read reviews last time of Ashley Madison now because it's still active. Apparently they're getting a lot of new users.
Oh, I bet.
From this documentary. That sucks really bad.
You know what's happening? I guarantee it is like literally me and my hubby, Bubba Jones, we're sitting on the couch and we're watching Netflix and we click on it and we watch it and we're sitting there and we're like, gasp. And then one of us is sitting there on our phone being like, download. Like, never heard of that before, you know? And isn't that crazy to think about?
Mm-hmm.
I think I talked about this before, but when Facebook started, there was this big influx in divorces because what happened is before Facebook, nobody had any way to reconnect with people from like high school or sweethearts or, you know, people they met one time in France that they remember their name and their face vaguely. And so everyone, there's this massive boom of all these people signing up for Facebook. And as they're signing up, the algorithm learns, oh, suggested for you. So, you know, and you're following people, you haven't talked to them, you reach out. Oh my God, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. It's been years, da, 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 da. And then it's, you know, and then people are reconnecting and it's an exciting and a new thing. And it led to so many people like cheating on their significant others. And there's this, it's like actually like a blip in like data of massive Facebook divorces because of that. Because so many people started cheating on their spouses because all of a sudden they had access because otherwise everything was a phone. How do you get someone's phone number that you haven't talked to in 40 years?
No, that makes so much sense.
It's crazy.
I just don't. Oh, I don't get it. I've said this a million times, but I knew a girl that was on Ashley Madison and she had a boyfriend. A boyfriend. Like, just break up. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's one thing to like be not excusable either. It's one thing to be on like Tinder when you're in a relationship, you know, and like go cheat, but to go on Ashley Madison to like cheat on your part, I guess it's not that different, but it feels different because the site is for cheating. It's like, oh my God.
Dude, I had the craziest sponsor this week.
It was Ashley Madison.
It was Ashley No. It's crazy. This is not a plug, by the way. I was only sponsored for my stream and I did not know what I was getting myself into, admittedly. And then we did this sponsor. I went an hour over my sponsored time. It was so fascinating, this app.
Okay.
It's crazy. So it's this dating app. Maybe I won't say the name because we're not sponsored.
I don't care.
Is that weird?
They're gonna want to. It's fine. You can say the name.
Okay, whatever.
They're gonna want to know what it is.
It's called Riz, and I did a whole stream on it. Yeah. And so you can join it as a dater, but you can also just join it as a viewer, kind of. And so that was how they pitched it to me. They're like, cutie, we want you to do the stream. Like, you'll just be a viewer and you'll check out people's dating profiles for the sake of entertainment, right? Because like, think of how often
are they real people? Did you reviewed real people?
No, wait. So that's what I thought I was gonna do. So then I post it because I obviously didn't have a full understanding of this. So I posted to my viewers, I was like, hey guys, sign up for a profile and I'll review your dating profiles, right?
Okay.
Sound great. Then I thought that's what my stream was going to be. But then I start doing the stream and I learned what the app actually is, which I realized I should probably put a little more research into it, but it sounded like fun dating profiles, but then I put more research into it and it's like so entertaining. I was so hooked. So what it is it's a normal dating app, but it's like a reality show kind of. And that's kind of their tagline, but it's very like, I don't know how else to describe it. So you go on there, Maya, and you post a voice memo.
No.
And you're single. You're trying to hook Leonardo DiCaprio. And so you post a voice memo and you're like, what's your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Tell me. And then other people see that you put that out there and they're able to respond to you. So Bill replies and he's like, Titanic. And then so-and-so responds and he's like, I hate Leonardo DiCaprio. And blah, blah. So you get all these people that respond to you, right? And it's all voice memos.
I hate that. Okay.
Interesting. Then if you like someone's answer, you can click on them and you can respond to them individually. And so then it starts like a DM of you guys just talking in voice memos, right?
Okay.
Great.
Hey.
But normally DMs are private.
You can read everyone's DMs?
Hear them. You can't read them because they're all voice.
Why would anybody, no offense, I know they just sponsored you. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody DM people on an app when you know other people can listen?
Because entertaining. Why do you post your lunch on Instagram, right? Like people just like put stuff out there.
That's so different.
I don't know. Is so interesting. It was crazy.
Because then the talking that you're doing to people is like fully performative.
Well, I think it's
I
like
hate that.
The small talk, you get past the small talk and then I think you can like, whatever. But like you have to talk long enough to even see each other's profiles. So me and my chat, we listened to this dating conversation because I click on it and I thought they were just snippets. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, what are we supposed to go from there? No, you click on it. It takes you back to their very first message. There was like 100+ messages. We just watched the show. We just watched and listened to these two people.
That's so dystopian, dude.
I know. It was crazy. But if you think about it, like for this, like if they're just like manufacturing content, fascinating, right? Like you watch Love Island, it's the same thing.
Yeah, except it's fake.
But like, is it?
And it's reality TV stars and not real people.
Yeah, it's just like, it's fascinating. So we listen to this one and it's like this guy and this girl and they're talking. It's small talk. It's, I like mermaids. What tattoos do you have? I have these ones. What tattoos do you have? Blah, 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 blah. And then the girl keeps getting a little spicy. Like she keeps like, every once in a while she'll be like, rar, he. And it's like, what is going on? But then the guy keeps like matching her energy. And we're like, okay. Like maybe they're into each other, blah, blah, blah. And then finally the guy goes, how old are you? And she goes, 31. How old are you? And he goes, oh, I'm 21. And then she goes, ooh, I guess that makes me a cougar, huh? Rawr. And me and Chad are just sitting there like dying. Like, what is going on? And then the convo like totally fizzled. Like there was no more chemistry after they found out each other's age. But it was crazy. It was a ride.
And they know, like everybody knows, obviously.
Well, this is the weird thing is yes. So you know when you're having convos with these people that you can hear it. But what's weird is you could tell the guy was more into it for the sake of just like talking and chatting, right? Because it can just be entertainment too. It's the same like kind of using, do you remember using that Yik Yak? Back in the day? You don't remember Yik Yak?
No. Never heard of
Okay, Yik Yak was an app that was based on like your mile radius that you could just post. You could post like, I remember because I was like in a college town at one point when Yik Yak was big, and you could post like, saw someone on the South Lawn trip and knock their books over, thought he was kind of hot, where you at? And then like everyone would react like, oh, I saw him too, blah, blah, blah. And it's all you'd all be under these usernames and it'd all be like anonymous, right? But you'd have these full on conversations and you just go on Yik Yak and read and it'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Or so-and-so called someone else a stupid bitch and blah, blah, blah. And so it's kind of like that, but it's putting voices and
so it's
profiles.
like Gossip Girl.
Yik Yak? Yeah, Yik Yak was more like Gossip Girl, like anonymous. But this app is more like profiles, dating, whatever. And so you could tell he was more just into it for the small talk, maybe getting to know people, whatever. But then because what happens is when people listen in, so like me, I can like their conversation.
Ew.
I know.
Ew.
So you get likes just like Instagram. And so she'll be in the middle of their conversation and she'll be like, oh, wow, we have 15 likes. We're famous. Like, what's our ship name? And he's like, haha, I don't know. And then like 2 days later, she's like, wow, we're up to 30 likes. People really like us talking. Like she starts going content brain in their conversation. And he's kind of just like, yeah, okay. So it's interesting. So people can be on there for like multiple reasons, right? Like they could be on there just to
monetize it.
No. I imagine you could like put your other profiles or something.
That's not me saying that I want to do that. I'm just trying to figure out why anyone in their right mind would want to be on a dating app like that. And I guess because.
But it also doesn't have to be just dating. Like it was kind of interesting because even
listeners, I'm putting on a back brace. Don't freak out.
Why?
Because I have back problems. I'm in pain.
Oh.
It's Velcro and it might be loud. Continue. Sorry.
What's interesting is like, okay, so I wasn't on it for dating, obviously, but there's this cool thing where you can record I recorded a voice question like, hey, who's your cartoon crush? Like, blah, 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 like asking my chat. So then they could go reply to it. And then it's kind of cool because then you can go through the voice memos of people that like, you know, like your own fans that replied to it, which is kind of cool.
So you're flirting with your fans?
No, we weren't flirting. We weren't doing that.
That's interesting.
It was so interesting.
It's a great stream. I'm having such a hard time wrapping my head around the real life.
I understand
concept.
Why. It's fascinating.
I would rather, like, here's the other thing. I would rather die than like, I could get it with strangers, but like imagine someone in one of your classes or like someone that goes to your school is listening to you flirting with somebody in audio files.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Sorry, audio listeners. I got this place I get tea. Their tea bags suck and they always break open. And then I get random like like literally this is like a wood chip.
I saw an ad on TikTok the other day for tea bags that are broth. Doesn't that sound good?
So you can just drink
tea
broth?
bag, but it's broth, yeah.
It's just a bouillon
I told 3
cube.
people about this and I'm the only one that's excited about it. I don't understand.
It's just a bouillon cube. They already exist.
That seems kind of yuck to put a bouillon cube in your...
It's literally the same thing. I promise. It's like ramen noodle package.
Okay, anyway.
It was just marketed to you differently and you were excited by it.
Oh.
I'll put some bouillon cubes in some tea bags for you.
Yay! I would feel
pretty.
different about it if it was in a tea bag.
That's so funny.
Have you seen... I'm changing the subject. Did you have anything more to say about the app?
No, it was just fascinating.
That is so fascinating.
It was so fascinating.
Have you seen the world absolutely bullying Northwest?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Northwest, Kim Kardashian's daughter, Kanye West's daughter, is doing like, she's like in the Lion King or something.
Okay. No. This is what happened. So the Hollywood Bowl, sorry to cut you off. I just know more about it because I was looking at tickets to buy stuff at the Hollywood Bowl. Hollywood Bowl does these shows and they do a lot of like 30th anniversary of The Lion King. And then the orchestra comes and performs it. So it's just like a one-off. It's not like a touring show, or they'll do like Jurassic Park or Harry Potter. And it's just like the LA Symphony or whatever will come and perform it. Okay, you go back.
She's in this performance and she's got a bunch of backup dancers and she's in a costume and she's singing The Lion King. And the world, I'm sure you guys have seen this, the world is ripping her apart. And they're like, Nepo baby, imagine being this untalented. She got all the talent from her mom. Imagine all the kids that auditioned and have worked their whole lives, children, for this role just to have it stolen from them by some kid. Like, this was handed to her, disgusting. It's crazy. I cannot believe. I understand why people are mad. I understand that people think it was just given to her and that everyone's saying like she's so bad. She's like 10 years old, isn't she?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God. She's one of them.
Let me be one of them for a second. No, I don't think I need to bully. No. How old is she actually?
I think she's like 10.
I'm going to Google it. Oh my God. She is 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a little mean.
A little mean? That doesn't not get mean until they're 17. 18.
I mean, it's still mean. I still think like ridiculous bullying is stupid. Okay, so she's 10. It's just, but why would we ever agree with the parenting choices of Kim Kardashian anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. Because like, I think the best celebrities when they have kids are the ones that like barely post about them.
Right.
Like keep it safe. Let them be their private Nepo babies. So when then they get in a role in a movie, everyone's like, oh, they're related to so-and-so. That makes sense. You know, let them find out their own way that they're Nepo babies. Don't throw them in everyone's face. But because like Northwest, they announced that she's working on an album right now.
Yeah.
And I actually
the other thing about like North, I don't know anything about this child, but I do know that like she loves performing, right?
Yeah.
And like wants to be on stage and wants to be like in front of people and wants to be making TikToks and whatever. So also like you have to balance that, right? Is like giving her what she wants, the opportunity to express herself while keeping her under wraps.
I think okay, this is what I think. I think if you, and I don't have a kid, so what the hell do I know? I think if you're like a good parent, what you do is you have them audition like everybody else, literally under a different name.
They're going to know it's Northwest.
Really?
Yes. I would recognize Northwest on the street.
I don't know if I would.
1,000%. I would.
I don't know. I mean, I will say, listening to it, she's saying, I just can't wait to be king. She is not a good singer, even for a 10-year-old.
She's 10 years old.
I know, but still.
There are better 10-year-olds.
Think of like Olivia Rodrigo when she was 10 years old. Like that's who should get a role at the Hollywood Bowl on the main stage.
Yeah. I guess I just don't care enough. I don't. Like, I just think it's so... I think the amount of people being mean and being like, she's trash, like she has no talent, everything's given to her. It's just like, you guys all need to relax. Like, this is a 10-year-old's dream. I realize that people are mad because it potentially takes away from other kids' dreams who are like more talented or have worked harder or whatever. But like, I don't know. I don't think it's that severe of a problem where we need to like on a 10-year-old.
I don't think we need to shit on a 10-year-old. I think it's the parents' problem. I really think, because they just made a phone call and got her that part. Like, that's literally it. Like, and I don't think they should do that. Yeah. I know it's a 10-year-old's dream, but like, she also got to hang out with like JoJo Siwa. That was also one of her dreams. Like,
I thought it was Ice Spice.
She did that. Like, Kim Kardashian just calls these people and they show up to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has enough dreams coming true. I think like the ones that are actually obtainable for other kids to have, like singing one Simba song, like maybe give it to the other kid. You know, like I think that's like a parenting thing, but
yeah, I don't know. I agree with what you're saying. I don't know. I don't care. Maybe that's me being a bad person that I don't care about other kids' opportunities.
Maybe,
but I just don't care enough to have a problem with it at all.
Because you were never a theater kid.
I definitely don't care about theater.
Because it sucks. Because it does. It's like, you know, you can. Because it is true that lots of kids probably auditioned for that role. And it didn't matter how talented.
What if they reached out to Kim because they knew that her daughter wanted to sing in something and they were like, hey, you want to do this? And she was like, sure.
Yeah, then that's a different story for sure.
Yeah.
But I would be surprised. But it is.
I don't know.
My thing is, she sounds like a 10-year-old singing.
Crazy.
It is a little aggressive. It is aggressive.
This discourse is crazy. I'm so, not that I'm the biggest fan, but I can't imagine the anxiety of being Kim Kardashian, knowing that eventually, like, your child is going to have some media literacy. Like, they're going to start reading the internet. Like, you can't keep her from that forever, you know? And she's 10. She's getting really close to, like, meeting or like reading articles, or like reading comments or like getting on the internet in some way. You can't keep her from that forever. And if she saw, God, if any adult read the stuff that people are saying about her online, they'd be crushed, let alone a child.
Yeah, I do think it's weird how aggressive it is. Like, I don't think there's any reason to be that aggressive. But I also don't think that, I mean, but if she would have gone up there and she would have sounded like Olivia Rodrigo did when she was 10, then everyone would have been like, damn, bitch. Like, it's just that she didn't sound like, even a theater kid sings that song better. Like, they just do.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole performance either, so I don't know how bad it was.
It's just a really easy song. Like,
oh my God, she's a hate. You wanted the part.
I did.
You're like, upset because
I was a 10-year-old and I could have sung that song better. Like,
oh my God, I'm a hater.
I just think it's just like, it's just spoon fed, which happens, but I'm a hater.
We're like a drama podcast.
Are we? Oh my God, today is a drama.
We're covering all the celeb goss.
Drama day.
The other thing I have written down, more celeb goss.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I know what it's gonna be.
I had to ask you about it because I don't know anything. Billie Eilish took a jab at Taylor Swift. She said, Billie Eilish said, I would never come out with a bunch of records that are slightly different because it's wasteful.
Oh God, Billie.
And Taylor Swift does that.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is the whole thing. I'm gonna say something because it gets people spicy. I'm a Billie Eilish fan. I've been one since day one. I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I've been one since day one. All of this, you guys aren't going to like it. There's a lot of reaching. There's a lot of reaching. Okay? I know we love drama. I know we love pitting women against each other.
Yes.
But there is a lot of reaching here. Okay. So, this all started in an interview. Let me get Billie Eilish's exact quote because I will not spread misinformation here.
Billie Eilish has a new album, by the way, guys. Not that she needs us to freaking promo her album, but I hated it the first time and now I like it.
I like it.
Second, third, fourth listen.
Okay, so in a Billboard article, she said that artists are being wasteful with various versions of their vinyl records. Okay, so as you know, lots of artists do different colors of vinyl records for different things. So you can have the green one, the blue one, the purple one, the whatever. And she was saying, some of the biggest artists in the world are making fucking 40 different vinyl packages that have different unique things just to keep you buying more. Okay. She said that. Yes.
Yeah.
She also does variety. Okay. But also, which everyone decided to cut this part out, she was talking about how she uses recycled vinyl. So she goes out of her way to source recycled vinyl for hers. That's what she was saying. So when she's saying all of these artists are being wasteful, she's saying use recycled vinyl, use better resources for this, which, let's be honest, I love Taylor Swift. She doesn't do, right? But instead, everybody freaked out at Billie. They're like, you have so many vinyls. Taylor has so many vinyls. You're calling out Taylor, but you're also being stupid. Olivia Rodrigo has vinyls. Freaking Dolly Parton has so many vinyls. Like, you bitch, you blah, 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 blah. She was just saying maybe use like better resources for that. Maybe use recycled vinyl. That's all. She wasn't saying stop making all these vinyls. She was just saying use the recycled vinyl.
She did. Based on the quotes that I have heard just now, it doesn't seem like that reachy. I mean, she did say like, this is wasteful as hell, you guys suck.
Yeah.
To artists, and like obviously the most notable is Taylor Swift here. And Taylor Swift does do like a lot of that. Isn't she like notorious for having like a ton of different versions? So it makes sense that people think she's talking about her.
I mean, it does make sense, but it also isn't that mean. Like I mean, this is my thing, is it can also be on the nose. Like she is also a part of the problem. Even if she's using recycled vinyl, like she's still creating vinyl and she's still doing different variants, and she can be a hypocrite, but it can still be a problem. You can be both of those things. Like, you can point out a problem that you were also participating in, right? Like, I know because my best friend Maya says that I shouldn't eat so much beef, and I know that's a problem, but I'll have a hamburger twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can still do both things. Billie Eilish can say, fuck, these fucking artists keep making 40 different vinyl packages. I'm fucking one of them. We got to get our shit together.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen. But instead, for the record, Billie has not been thinking through her PR recently. I've noticed. I have noticed, as a Billie stan and a Taylor stan, I have noticed she's not thinking through all this stuff. She even posted on her Instagram story, she said, okay, it'd be awesome if people would stop putting words into my mouth and actually read what I said in the Billboard article. I wasn't singling anyone out. There's an industry-wide systematic issue, and when it comes to variants, so many artists release them, including me, which I clearly state in the article. The climate crisis is now, and it's about all of us being a part of the problem and trying to do better. Sheesh. Right? There's a climate crisis. We should all recycle. Sometimes I accidentally throw a piece of paper away instead of recycle it. I think it's fine. I think it's like, I think it's a fine thing to say.
Yeah.
It's all these celebrities being mad at Taylor Swift's carbon emissions, but then also taking private jets.
Sure.
You know, it's like, anyway, so that's where a lot of the drama started. There's some other looser things, but there's no reason to hop into those.
So Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift hate each other.
Yeah.
A lot.
So, well then,
No.
as the ping pong back, a lot of people are saying that Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift does all of her different versions. There's like listening to Midnights, but you're smoking weed, 2 a.m. edition, freaking witch edition, freaking huffing lighter fluid edition. Like, there's all these different editions that she releases or remixes by so-and-so or whatever. It's really hard to keep up with, admittedly, even as like a Taylor Swift stan. It is hard to keep up with. And Billie Eilish's album comes out, and that same day, Taylor releases some other remixes. And so people saw that as Taylor intentionally trying to keep Billie down on the charts. Again, I'm going to be our fence sitter here because I like both of them. Taylor's always releasing shit. I don't know if it was intentional. I think she's just always releasing shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then Billie's manager, which again, this is messy. I don't know why they're doing this. Billie's manager went on Twitter and liked a bunch of posts of people like being like, Taylor, that bitch, for releasing stuff and trying to keep other women down.
So gone.
Stupid,
dude.
right?
So gone.
Dumb as hell.
Oh my God, that makes me ill.
And then Billie, as of freaking last week, this one's hard to defend, this dumbass. I don't know why she's doing this. Billie is talking and she's like, yeah, when I go on tour, I'm not going to do a 3-hour show. That's fucking psychotic.
Yeah. She was like, no one wants to listen to me for 3 hours.
Yeah. She was like, no one wants to listen to anybody for 3 hours. I don't want to listen to somebody for 3 hours. Billie, I would listen to you for 3 hours. I would enjoy myself. I would listen to Taylor Swift for 3 hours. I'd go to Beyonce's concert for 3 hours. I would do those things. It's just like a not nice thing to say.
That one's pretty targeted.
That one sucked. That one was just stupid.
Yeah.
There was no reason for her to say that. Like, just because you don't want to do a 3-hour show doesn't mean you need to call people that do a 3-hour show psychotic or people that want to watch it psychotic. Like, chill a little bit, girly pop.
Maybe she's
chill.
Maybe she's having an ego moment. Billie has been. What did she do? Oceanized when she was like 14.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if she was mentally well or like well-rounded or I mean, I'm sure she's doing her best and I hope she's doing great, but like I can't imagine being in that position since the age of 14. That is, yeah, I don't know.
It was so, yeah, doing
That's
a 3-hour show, that's literally psychotic. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. I don't even want that as a fan. Even my favorite artists, I'm not trying to hear them for 3 hours. That's far too long. That's literally psychotic. Girly, shut up,
She's mad.
dude.
She hates Taylor Swift.
It's just, she's, I just don't think it was a necessary thing to say. It's just fine. It's just fine. You don't have to do a 3-hour concert. Taylor and Beyonce are crazy for that. I agree, but they fucking do it and they nail it and all the fans love it. And all the fans would love Billie if she did a 3-hour concert too. But if she only wants to do an hour concert, that's fine because that's like the industry standard. So do that. Do whatever you want, girly. But there's no reason to like call other people psychotic. Like that was a little stupid, but there's your drama.
Well, there's your drama for the day. I hope you guys enjoy our Celeb Goss podcast. It's what we do.
Yeah, we're Celeb
Like and
Goss
subscribe.
podcast now.
Let us know what you think about the drama, and let us know who you're siding with in the World War. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.